Good morning and welcome back to the madness. So I'm back. I think it's been almost a month, right, for our vlog, because I know I didn't do a week before I got injured, and then maybe it's only been 3 weeks. Let's just call it 3 weeks. Well, no, by the time you see this, it'll be a month. So anyways, oh gosh. What has happened to me? Well, I thought, okay, so this is what happened. See, it went something like this. Oh, God. Ugh. Road construction. I hate it. I was watching FlossTube, and I'm like 95% sure it was Niecy Lynn who was talking about Becca's playing Pokemon, so her thing's going off. It's fine, just so they know what that noise is. Okay, but can you stop the vibrate?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh yeah, you gotta wait till it's done collecting to stop the vibrating. So, okay, I'm not gonna be focused today. I can already tell you that. When you haven't driven in 2 weeks, and you're used to driving every single day, I feel a little out of my
element.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
So I'm a little skiddage still. I had to get back to my confidence in driving again. Every time that I've taken off time, this is what happens. So anyways, okay. So I was watching hers, and she was talking about how she doesn't like mayonnaise, and how she makes this sour cream potato salad. And I was like, I like sour cream. I hate mayonnaise. I'd rather starve to death than eat mayonnaise. And I was very, curious. So I went on YouTube, of course, and started looking up sour cream based potato salad. And I was like, this sounds really good. So I decided for 4th of July, I forgot what else what else do we have for 4th of July?
Ribs and
Was it ribs? Okay. I thought, okay, I'll try this. I told John about it because John is a total mayonnaise lover. He loves mayonnaise so much that he eats just mayonnaise sandwiches. But anyways, oh God, mayonnaise and cheese. I forgot that she does put cheese on it. But a lot of times he didn't have cheese, so when he was growing up, so they were poor. They were poor. He would have mayonnaise sandwiches. So anyways, he's like, yeah, I'll try that. Because I told him, I'm making a whole bunch of potatoes. I can do half the sour cream one and half, the yellow mustard, red skin potatoes, And he's like, no, just make the one. And, we had a plan. If it turned out like crap, then we were just going to make mac and cheese to go with everything, So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this. I didn't make a video. Thank God I didn't make a video. So I thought, okay, I'll make my own bacon bits. I had like 3 pounds of bacon in the fridge, so I'm gonna try it in the air fryer. Why not? Which I really don't care for. I don't know if it's the bacon that we had, because this was a cheap bacon that was on sale. So I don't know if you fried it up, it would have looked the same texture and everything. So, but it tasted good, so that's all that mattered, right? It just didn't look like the normal bacon. But, I mean, it did, but it didn't. And I think the last time we had that bacon, I was like, "Ooh, John, I don't like this brand. Don't get this again." That's why I'm saying. I don't remember if it is just because of the brand or because of the air fryer. On my last batch, I did, like 6 batches? Because in the air fryer, it's quicker, yes, but you can only stick so many pieces of bacon in there at a time. So for a pack of bacon, it took 3 cycles. Cycles? 3?
Yeah, cycle.
Okay, yeah. So I'm on the last one, and I didn't realize, it's all my faults. I didn't realize that, okay, so there's the bottom that holds all the grease, and then there's a basket. I didn't realize that there was this button you slide it, but there's this button that releases the bottom of the pan so the basket will just come out. I must have did that, or it wasn't locked in or something, and all of a sudden, and I mean, there was a lot of grease in that pan. I mean, 2 things of bacon, so, and it's cheap bacon, so there was a lot of grease that was at 400 degrees, because that's how you're supposed to cook it, is 6 minutes, 400 degrees. Halfway through, you're supposed to flip it. So yeah, I had hot, boiling grease fell on my legs. Now, we kind of put it together that I must have done the splits when I fell. I think I passed out for not long, but for like, I don't know. I passed out. I know that because I remember feeling pain, and then the next thing I know, I'm on the floor, I'm screaming, and I think the only thing that saved me is the week before, I think it was like 4 days before, John had still installed a new faucet, and it was one of those fancy ones that you pull from the top. The faucet part is your, what is that called?
Sprayer.
Your sprayer. So I'm screaming, Becca comes running, and all I can say is water, water, and I'm pointing, water, water. She realized, turn on the water, give me the sprayer, and I sat on the ground with the sprayer in my hand, just soaking my kitchen floor. Okay, hold on, we're at the funeral home. So I get up off the floor, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should just go in the shower. And I was panicking. I couldn't think of what's the best thing to do, you know? So who are you gonna call? Miss Coffee, of course. So I get on Instagram and I send her a message, and sometimes, hold on, sometimes she sends a message back right away, and sometimes she doesn't. Well, this time she didn't. I waited like, I don't even think a minute, but I know if she's right by her phone, or you know what I mean? So, what were you gonna say?
I was about to say, and while you were in the shower, I had already warned her ahead of time that you had injured yourself.
No, before I even got in the shower, I called Miss Coffee. Yeah. So she didn't answer right away on Instagram. I was like, okay, you know what? Emergency. So I have her cell phone number. What are you doing, dude? So I called her, and I'm telling her what happened. I said, because I wanted her to get on the internet. If she didn't know offhand, get on the internet and help me, you know, help me figure this out. And she's like, honey, honey, honey. And I'm like, okay, honey. So, well, first she said cold water, and I'm like, okay. So I hung up with her. That's when I hung up, and I went into the shower. And I felt like the shower was doing more, it was making it more painful. So then you were on Instagram with her, and Becca comes in and says, do we have honey? And I'm like, honey? She's like, yeah, Miss Coffee's saying honey. I'm like, I don't know, the honey. Now, by now, John is, because John was sleeping when this happened. So Becca came in and rescued me with water, and then I remember John in the background, he came into the kitchen, and he's like, what the hell is going on? He goes, what did you do? I said, I burnt a whole pan of, I dropped a whole pan of bacon grease on me. He's like, oh my God. So, John was like, okay, I'm going to the store, and he's like, I'm getting aloe, because we knew aloe sunburn, you know, for burns, aloe. So he's like, I'll get gauze, I'll get pads. I'm like, okay, go for it. Well, first of all, you got non-stick pads. I think I was in tears when we took that one off. But, so, me and Becca, a week before that? Maybe 2 weeks before that, we went to a baby shower where one of the gifts was honey, because all I could think was the honey bear that we had in the cabinet. I'm like, I think that's, I wouldn't trust it. It's old, you know? And she's like, no, the ones that we got from the shower. I'm like, go get them. So she's pouring honey on me. And then I don't know if, I think, well, this is all happening, then Miss Coffee called Pawpaw, and Pawpaw said, no, tell her no honey. Honey's gonna hurt. So, there, after Becca gets it all done, which is hilarious. Basically, Becca's like, okay, there you go. There's the honey. I get the message from Miss Coffee. No, don't do the honey. Don't, abort. I'm like, I already have it on me. Run to the shower, get it all off. So then, by then, John was showing up, and he got this. It was awesome. Oh, it was so weird how this all happened. So basically, John starts walking in the door as Miss Coffee gives me another voice message saying, tell John to get aloe with lidocaine. I said, he just came in the door. He got me aloe with lidocaine. It was like, whoa, freaky. So, yeah, so, John's like, you should go to the hospital. I don't have health insurance. Like, I'm not going to the hospital. He's like, I don't know. Because, okay, not to get gross, but here comes the gross part, okay? So, I'll give you a second, give you time to fast forward until you see another location, you know? Because we're almost back to the shop, and by the time I'm done, then I'll be off of this subject. So, okay, it should be safe now. Here comes the disgusting stuff. So, what the bacon grease did is I got second-degree burns on 2 parts of my right leg. On the back, and, well, it's both. Well, one is the side of my calf that kind of wraps around to the back. And then, the back of my upper thigh. But the one that was the worst was the calf one. Because that's where the pan, and I still have a good welt where the pan hits and where the grease splattered on me. it actually, the best way to describe it is it melted the skin. And it was just like in this weird, I don't know how to describe it, but it was basically, if you ever like take skin off of a chicken, or you know, you're trying to wash it and the skin moves and it all like clumps at the bottom, that's basically what happened. But it was the bottom of the wound. He's like, I don't know, that skin, I think you need to go to the hospital. I'm like, I'll give it a few days. We'll keep a good eye on it, you know, because I think by then Papa came back and said, Pawpaw came back and said, to change the bandages every twice a day or so. I think that's what he came back and said. Because that's what we were doing. And I think that came from Pawpaw. So I was good until Wednesday. And Wednesday, I don't know if I got it in my head, but then I don't think I did, because I went to the urgent care. And right when I walked in, she says, you got to go to the hospital. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to the hospital. It's either you or nothing. She's like, okay, come back here and let me look at this. But she goes, I'm not guaranteed that I'm going to, what did she say? Going to treat you. That was it. Let me look at it. And she's like asking me all these questions of like, you know, what I have done so far.
If you were diabetic.
If I was diabetic. And she said to me, she goes, she looked me dead in my eyes, and I hate when people stare in my eyes. I am not one of those people who will look you in your eye. I don't know, it freaks me out. I feel like I can feel your inner soul when I look in your eyes. To be honest. I'll look at your face, but I'm not looking in your eyes. I'm looking like, you know, at you, not in you. So anyway, she looks into my eyes and she's like, can I trust you? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, no, I'm saying I tell you what to do and you will follow my instructions to the T exactly. And I'm like, yeah. Now, the funny thing was that morning, John had taken a black marker and did the outline of the wound to, you know, track the wound. And she's like, the only reason I am going to treat you is because I feel I can trust you, but this black line shows me you're serious. And I'm like, thank you, Johnny, is what I'm saying in my head, you know? And so once she said that she could treat me, she said, so it'll be $70 for the exam. And then she goes, when was your last tetanus? Not Tetris. Tetanus?
Yep.
And I said, probably in my teens. She says, you will be getting a tetanus. She goes, it's going to be about $120. Can you handle that? I'm like, yeah, no problem. I can handle like $200, $300. It was the 1,000 blah, blah, you know, in the thousands that I couldn't afford. So, we're just going to sit out here for a minute because she's still working. So, right when she said she would help me, she's like, okay, go up front, I got you. I need you to fill out paperwork and pay for it and all that. I turn around and I go, just one thing. Are you going to scrape it? And she says, I promise I won't scrape. And I'm like, okay. So, basically, she cleaned it all up, and she goes, you have a very high pain tolerance. And I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, can I try something? I'm like, what? She goes, I want to try to get rid of some of the skin. And I'm like freaking out, you know? And she's like, the minute you tell me to stop, I will stop. And I'm like, are you going to get a scalpel? She's like, no, I'm going to use scissors. I'm like, okay. Because on the back of my leg, on that leg, I had already cut off some skin that I was able to. So I'm like, okay, I can handle that. Well, long story short, she cleaned it all up. She got all the skin off of it. And I was good. She gave me because I'm allergic to Neosporin, so I told her, I'm allergic to Neosporin. She's like, how do you know that? I'm like, well, when I put it on, it eats through my skin. That's what happens. And she's like, okay. She goes, I'm going to put something on it that is one of the active ingredients in Neosporin, but hopefully this will work, because if this doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you. It worked. Thank God. So I had to put that on twice a day, wrap it, change the bandages twice a day. She put me on 2 antibiotics. And the funny thing was, the one antibiotic, she goes, let me tell you, this one is a nasty one. And she goes, you probably will have bathroom issues. Right when she said that, I knew exactly what it was. Now, am I going to be able to tell you the name of it? No, but I think it starts with a C. It's one of those bad antibiotics, but it works the best. Sorry, I needed a drink. Okay, so the gross part's over, so when I come back, we'll continue. Yeah, so that was Wednesday, 2 weeks ago. So then that night I had to take Morgan to the airport, which, oh my God, that was so painful. I think the main reason is because my foot was down, my leg was down, so the swelling was unbearable. So then the next week, almost, basically all I did, which you'd think I get more stitching done than I did, but what I realized is it's true. What's M97? Road closed ahead. M97 is, oh my God. Okay. So they're working on the train tracks again, is basically what they're doing. So what am I gonna do here? I guess I can go common to just get past that, which I don't understand. Those railroad tracks, I mean, they were bad, but I've seen worse that need to be fixed before that one. Anyway, sidetracked. Oh my God, this one's gonna be long. Well, you're gonna get like a month's worth of what's happened in the lug house. So anyways, what I realized is your body heals better when you sleep. The more rest you get, the faster you heal. So now I don't remember what days it was. I have it all written down. So in Stitchy Time, you'll get more, which I don't know if I want to go through everything in Stitchy Time, meaning what I've done in the last 3 weeks. I think I just want to show, for this time, I think I just want to show the projects. I mean, I'll still talk about my groups a little, but I'm not going to go in depth like I usually do, because there's like 3 weeks of paperwork, classes and all that. So anyways, I would stitch. One day I would get I think one day I got 2,000 stitches in. And then it was kind of like one day I'd be stitching. The next day I'd sleep for 16 hours. Now, it wasn't all at the same time. It would be, I would sleep, then wake up and just sit there, because I think for the first week and a half, I couldn't sleep in my bed. I could only sleep in the chair because of if I put a pillow under my... Sorry guys, I only got 4 hours sleep last night because I was so worried about today and couldn't turn my brain off. Because today's my first day back. I think I already said that. But anyways. So, okay, here's the train track. So, we should be able to take the next streets, which will be Hayes over to 13. So, I would be able to put the pillow underneath. So now I'm going to yawn again when I say pillow. Ironic. Underneath my ankle, which would keep my leg where the worst part of the burn was off of the chair. So it was like elevated in the air where nothing was touching it. If just having it lay on the chair would pins and needles. I don't know what else to explain. Like someone just stabbing you. So I would like wake up and I would just sit in my chair, not turn on the TV. It was just weird. I just sat in quietness basically. Did a lot of audiobooks, which was good because this month's reading challenge was a whole... we're playing bingo, so I had a lot of choices of different categories. Some categories that I hate, but I had to, like science fiction, paranormal, and horror. Which horror was fine because we just did Misery. Science fiction we did, oh my god, Tommyknockers.
That was hard to listen to without any context.
Ugh. Tommyknockers were hard. I'm not a science fiction.
Sci-fi.
I'm not a sci-fi fan, but I'm not a Stephen King fan either, which Misery is one of my favorite books. But besides that, no, I don't really care for his writing. And for paranormal, we did Christine. John has read every single Stephen King book there is out there. He even knows the ghostwriter name and reads those. He's obsessed with Stephen King. Me, no. So he was like helping me get through the hard categories that, you know, I don't read, but he reads. So finally last night I finished Christine. That was an okay book. It won't make me run and read more of his books, but I did kind of like that one. Because it was weird. It wasn't too sci-fi-y, and it wasn't too paranormal. I mean, the car's alive and repairs itself, but...
I mean, that's Transformers, too.
Yeah, so it wasn't that bad. So, and, like, Tommyknockers was, what, 29 hours? So what I would do is I would bookmark... When I would turn off everything, the lights and everything, I would bookmark where I was. Oh, shit. And then, if I fell asleep, I could kind of remember, like, I think I was like 30 minutes in before I fell asleep. So then I would go back to the bookmark part, and then with my library, I don't know what else to call it, because it is a library. Because I'm dyslexic, I get books from the Blind and Handicapped Library of Congress. So I have to have the special app on my phone that I download the books to it.
Bard Mobile.
What is it? Bard?
Mobile.
and I can listen to it from there. So one of the features is, now before we had cell phones, I had the big old yellow machine that you would have to get cassette tapes, and I don't know how many times the stupid cassette tape ate the tape when you're like at the best part of the book. Oh, it would be so frustrating. But anyways, so there's this feature that you hold down the fast forward or the rewind button, and it'll say forwarding 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. You know, and it goes on from there. So, and what was cool was the big yellow machine, and then it became a black machine that you would use probably in like 2000. And then for a while after that, you didn't have the cassette tapes, but you still had the black cassette reader. I don't know what is that thing called, the thing that you put the cassettes in. But then they put this feature on it that you could go on your computer and you could download them to this
pink USB.
Yeah, this pink USB band that you could plug in, and then you could do it from there, which that was frustrating, because if you put more than one book on there, trying to find the books on that, because there was nothing digital to look at, it was still the same, you know, old things. And like the stop button would have an X and it was bright red. I forgot what the green was. I think the green was a circle. So I got to be able to, at night, like if, you know when you're listening to Audible books, you like drift off. I could, in the dark, stop it, rewind, play. I knew where all the buttons were just by the feel, because, you know, for the blind people, you had to have symbols on there that they could recognize, you know. So anyways, but I would bookmark it and then fast forward 30 minutes and then, oh wait, no. So I rewind 5 minutes and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember, this is the last I remember listening to it. And then, you know, read it again. So Tommy Knockers, we probably read like 3 times. If you can go, you know, in my sleep memory. Oh, it was such a hard book though. And it was like, I think the reason I don't like sci-fi is because it's so predictable. It's like, yeah, I saw that one coming. Ooh, you shocked me there. You know, ooh, the alien's gonna suck out my brain. You know, I don't know. It's not my thing whatsoever. Okay, so we are at the funeral home. Okay, so then it was last week, Tuesday. John called me and he's like, I need you to take Jonathan to work. I'm like, okay. I hadn't driven in a week and my leg was feeling less painful, is the best way to say. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. I was in so much pain. I was in worse pain than taking Morgan to the airport, because the one on my upper thigh, that blister busted. I knew that didn't sound right. So sitting in my chair is fine, but you know, when you're driving, you have to, and of course it's my right leg that's messed up, going from the gas pedal to the brake. I kept moving it on the seat. Oh my God, my brain. So it was like a big pain in the butt. So Thursday I was supposed to pick Morgan up from the airport. Well, come to find out that her mom had Morgan's car, which John was so mad. Oh my God. I haven't seen him this mad in a long time. He's like, why the F didn't her mother take her to the airport if she had her mother effing car? I'm like, oh shit. He was like fit to be tied. I'm like, I don't know, John. I don't know. You need to call Morgan. I'm like, I'm not calling Morgan. Morgan's in Florida on vacation. I said, I'll call Jonathan. And of course, Jonathan's like, oh no. I'm like, okay. So after taking Jonathan to work, that night I text Morgan. I said, listen, I know your mom has your car. Your mom's going to have to pick you up. I can't drive. And Morgan was like, oh, no problem. So that was fine. But, yeah, that was Thursday, right? So what was weird is, so Tuesday is when I text her about her having to pick up her mom and me dying. Wednesday, I basically slept, I think we figured it out that it was 21 hours.
Yep.
Out of the day.
21 and a half hours.
Driving Jonathan to work just did my body in, and my body was like, screw you. No, we need to rest and fix ourselves. Basically is what my body said. And I was like, okay, listen. Oh yeah, what I was saying is one day I would cross stitch, the next day I would like sleep for 16 hours. It was ridiculous. But after talking to Becca, she's like, no, you need sleep because they say, you know, your body heals when you're sleeping. To sleep makes your body heal. And I'm like, okay. So basically Becca gave me permission to rest, which I couldn't do anything. I couldn't wash dishes. To just walk to the bathroom was like torture. Becca could be a witness to that. So not to be going to the bathroom, to the torture. Becca didn't follow me into the bathroom. Well, there was a couple of times that she actually walked me to the bathroom. Like, I would hold on to her because I was in the pain. I've never felt pain like that before in my life. And the funny thing is, you know, when you hurt your back and it seems like everything you do affects your back. Well, if you hurt your calf, it seems like everything you do hurts your calf. Except for you can move your arms and stuff, but everything. I felt like I could, if I did it, I was feeling it in my wound. But anyways, so then it was Thursday night. Now, mind you, too, John's working by himself, and it is hell. Hell. They weren't having the orders done on time. Funerals were arriving late. It was all, oh, shoot. Did I not see the street closed? Did I forget? What are you doing, dude? So, anyways, I don't know what day that was. Was that... Was it Monday that I called Daddy crying?
I think so.
It had to be Monday because Tuesday we found out, no, you can't drive. It was so crazy. John had like close to 40 deliveries. He at one point he came and got Becca. They didn't get home until 7 o'clock at night. Well, no, like 7:30, and the shop closes at 7, you know? It was just like, what the hell? Here I am, I can't clean the house, I can't cook, I can't wash dishes because I can't stand, and I was just telling him, because he had Becca, so I couldn't go to work and just grab orders because I didn't have Becca. I said, I'll just sit in the car. Becca knows how to trip in and out. She can trip, load, and deliver. We can, you know, I can help you. Well, then we found out Tuesday, no, I can't help. And I was like, oh, that night too, I just felt useless. Like, I was just a burden. I couldn't do anything. And I was just having all of this anxiety. It was awful. Which, he was a great guy, and he, you know, gave me a pep talk and told me he wasn't mad at me. He was mad at the situation. Which he never, like, never once did he make me feel like you need to hurry up and get back to work or whatever. He kept telling me, no, you need to just stay there, relax, and keep your foot elevated, blah, 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 whatever. He was great. Usually he's not. So it was like surprising that he was so great and understanding, and it wasn't all about him. So, because you can ask Becca, you say you didn't sleep good, and he'll be like, yeah, well, I only got 2 hours sleep. It's like, it's not a competition, you know? Everything seems to be like a competition. Who has the worst life? It's like, you win, done, you know? But anyways, I digress. Yeah, so, but then Thursday night, I took a shower, got out of the shower, and I actually cleaned my room. Now, which, I mean, my room is... I took the cups out of it, and... Oh, I changed the garbages in the bathroom and in my room. And I don't know, I just felt really accomplished. And I'm like, Becca, I can't believe this. I'm able to do stuff. And I'm like, I could probably do the dishes. And Becca's like, don't overdo it. I'm like, you're right. Don't overdo it. So she basically made me to go sit my ass back in the chair. I'm like, okay. But I did accomplish things. So I was feeling really good going to the bathroom. I wasn't in pain. I could walk. That was the thing. I could walk. And so I told John, because John was taking a nap at this time. Or he was back in, no, he had to be back playing with his trains. He came up and I'm like, I think I could go to work tomorrow. He's like, of all days you want to go to work, there's only 10 orders. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, but if you get like crazy, you promise you'll call me in. He's like, I promise. Well, he didn't keep his promise. It was crazy. He didn't call me in, but he was able to, I think he was home by 3:30, so wasn't a big deal. No, 4:30. So whatever. It was like he wasn't out there forever. And when he came home, he was in a great mood, so that's all that matters.
Oh, here comes the yawning again.
So Friday, all I did was sleep. And then Saturday, I told John, I said, okay, tomorrow I am going grocery shopping. And he's like, okay. I said, that'll be one of the tests, you know, because I feel like I'm doing good. I'll be able to drive to the grocery store and walk around the grocery store some, and we'll see how I feel after that. Well, I did amazing. It did start hurting at the end, you know, when we were standing in line, and oh my God, Becca had enough time to get her hair cut while I was standing in that damn line, because where she got her hair cut was in the same parking lot as where we were at Myers. The shopping was fine. So what happened was, we like checked in, you do it on the app, we check in about her haircut. It says it's a 35-minute wait. I'm like, well, okay, let's go to Myers, because we weren't getting a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, let's go to Myers. We'll be able to do this in no time. And it's in the same parking lot, so, you know, it works. When we got in line, we had 10 minutes before the wait time was going to be up. All of a sudden, her wait time is up, And I'm like, Becca, you want to just walk over there? I don't even think we moved, at this point, I don't even think we moved in the line.
We were still stuck at the same place.
Yeah. I said, why don't you just go get your hair cut? She's like, okay, I'll walk over there. Let's just put it this way. She gets her hair cut, and then I get a text, and she's like, where are you? I was just about to start putting the stuff up on the conveyor belt. I'm like, still in line? She's like, okay, I'll be there in a second. I said, okay, line 12. And I had just finished putting the stuff up on the thing when she came up. And she was able to finish loading the rest on the conveyor belts. I'm like, this is ridiculous. You had time to get your hair cut. And I'm still in line. And still didn't make it to there. So, that's the one thing I don't like about Meijer's is that they do not open up. Just like them in Walmart. You have all those lines, but you don't open them up. I mean, it was back to half the store.
Yep.
And there was only like 5 lines. But I'd say Becca was gone about 10 minutes and they opened up 2 lines. And then it started moving, because, yeah. But it was crazy. And then yesterday, I don't feel like I slept a lot yesterday.
You slept till 2 p.m.
Huh?
You slept till 2 p.m.
I didn't go to bed till 7 though.
Oh, okay.
So, or 6, I'm sorry. It was 6. So if you do, that's the problem too that I was having, is that I wasn't going to bed until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Then sleep until like 10, waking up, and then go back and take a nap at like 1, sleep until like 4, eat dinner, and then it seemed like always around 7 o'clock it took an hour nap. I was napping a lot, not full long, except for that one day when I slept how many hours?
Would you like a reminder?
What was it, Becca?
21 and a half hours.
21 and a half hours. So, yeah. But I got a lot of stitching done, really. But not as much as I wanted to get done. But, hey. Okay, guys. I'm going to let you go here. That's basically everything that happened. So, we will talk to you in the next one. Hello, hello, hello. It is Tuesday. So, no stitching got done last night. I basically came home. My leg was killing me. Ate dinner. Fell asleep in the chair for maybe like an hour and a half. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to go to bed. Got up and stayed wide awake until 4:30 this morning. Yeah. Finally fell asleep. And then at 9:30, got a text from my work saying, please don't rush in. Our store was broken into, so she had to clean up the mess before she could start my orders. Yay. So I don't know if you ever noticed in the back, there's that iron gate. Well, at night we lock it. So they took a pot, turned it upside down, threw the flowers out of it, which was very sad. But anyways, turned the pot upside down and stepped on that to step over. And then, of course, we keep ladders on the porch. We call it the porch. And to get out, they used the ladder to get out. But they took, what's it called?
A landscaping brick.
A landscaping brick, threw it through we have glass doors, threw it through the door, and they got nothing. They took nothing. We can't find one thing that they took. we don't keep our drawers in the cash register, and we keep the drawers open, so if we ever do get robbed, you can see, look, the money's not in there. Don't break our machine to try to get in, you know. They saw that the money wasn't there, and they left. Which we think it's really funny that they took nothing, because if they just searched the drawer, the store, not gonna tell you where it is, but the money is in the store somewhere. We just don't keep it in the register. So, yeah. So if they just walked around the store, they would have found it. Which I think is hilarious. But they didn't take any candy, they didn't take anything. So, and to get over that fence is not easy, because what they stood on, they still had to, they must have been really tall, because it's spiked at the top too, and they didn't bend the spikes down. So I don't know how the hell they did it, but they did it. So the cops were there this morning, couldn't get any fingerprints on anything, because they must have wore gloves, or, well, on cement you really can't get fingerprints, you know.
Yeah.
So, but they didn't get any on the ladder. Who knows, probably by then they came in and got our gloves and wore our gloves. We have gloves for when you spray paint. We have rubber gloves sitting right there on the table. Who knows? But yeah, it was quite boring, and it's 5:30 now. So I don't even think I'm gonna stitch tonight. I think I'm just gonna go home and just relax, because I'm tired. And I will check in with you guys tomorrow to let you know what's going on. It was kind of a crazy busy day too. So, I mean, we didn't get in till noon, but it's the stress of rushing and getting everything there on time, and yeah, it's not fun. After 2 o'clock, it's like you're in traffic. You're constantly in traffic, so it feels like you're getting nowhere fast and getting nothing done, which makes the day a lot longer. So I'm gonna probably go home, and I'm trying not to take a nap, but I bet you I'm gonna probably take a nap. Okay guys, I know this one was very boring. I live a very boring life. Okay, well, shit. Okay. Hello, it is Thursday. I think I missed a day. I don't think I came on here yesterday, which there was nothing to tell, really. Man, I don't even remember what happened yesterday. That's so crazy. I think it was a slow, easy day. Well, not slow, but we had 19 deliveries, but I want to say we got done by 4 o'clock. It's so sad that I can't remember. But I can tell you that I did 200 stitches, so yay. And Becca stitched. So, John halfway fixed my car. The, what is it called? Cigarette lighter wasn't working. So, I blew a fuse, and I think what happened is, because one cigarette lighter is working and one's not, so I think what happened is when I went to go take the charger out, I pulled too hard, I heard a pop, and then my cigarette lighter wouldn't work anymore. So John finally did the fuse, and the one side that I pulled out isn't working. So John says I might have pulled it too much and the wire came unplugged. I don't know. So he's going to look at it later. I said, there's no reason to, because it was hot last night. I told him there's no reason to really look at it yesterday, so, yeah. Today is an awful day. We are super, super busy, and I'm getting snapped at because she's stressed out. So, it's one of those days. It's 12:30. We just left the shop, and there's still 20 orders that need to be made. So, yeah, we probably won't get home until real late tonight. So, probably won't be able to stitch any. But me and Becca have already decided on Saturday, all we are doing is stitching. So, yay. John's texting me. He's so frustrated with today too, so it's a headache. What are you gonna do? So I have nothing positive to say, so I guess I should just get off of here because there's not really much to say. Becca's in the hospital trying to make a delivery, and it's taking forever. So, yay. Sorry this is such a short clip. Like I said, there's nothing really to talk about. You could be watching this lady eat her thing. Oh, here Becca comes. So, let's see what's going on. I'm videoing. What happened?
They mistook me for a relative and sent me up.
Oh, no. Did you feel comfortable?
I mean, after a little bit, hospital machines kept sounding like a song. It like got me creeped out.
The IV machines?
All the machines were beeping in a rhythmic pattern. It's like, okay, am I in a horror game now?
I was telling them that I don't remember yesterday. I know we had 19 deliveries, but were we done early?
Not. Yes. I can tell you what time we got home.
I mean, we had to be early because Daddy fixed the car, and I cross-stitched, and you cross-stitched.
Oh, wait, I cleared out my notifications yesterday. Wait, hold on.
I think we did. I think we were home about 4 o'clock.
Becky arrived at home yesterday at 3:22 p.m.
Oh, 3:22. Whoa, we did get done early. Okay, we're gonna do a little illegal thing right here for right now, but I don't care. Oh, you guys are looking at the wrong thing. Cocked in on the what side is that? Right hand side?
Yeah.
Have anything else to say to the people? I already told them our plans about Saturday.
Really?
Told them how today sucks.
But doesn't it?
Oh no.
Oh, no. It's okay. It's probably the plant. Those don't spill.
It's dirt. Spills everywhere. Ugh. Okay, well, we're going to get off of here. And the last clip is tomorrow. So hopefully we have more interesting things to talk about tomorrow. Because, yeah. It wasn't even that close. Oh, my car. Yeah, because nothing's really going on. Yeah, listening to books. That's about it.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a bingo reading. And so I'm trying to fill the card with bingo. So I've been neglecting everyone. Poor Miss Coffee. I've neglected her. I've neglected everyone. Because all I'm doing is reading these books. I want to fill the card up. And I love reading books. But when I'm reading, I don't, talk on Instagram much. And of course, with my leg, I've been sleeping weird. Take a nap, wake up for 4 hours, sleep for 4 hours, go to work, come home, take a nap, well, eat dinner, take a nap, which tonight I'm hoping not to take a nap whatsoever, because I did get 8 hours sleep last night, even though it was late at night when I went to bed. I slept in till 10 o'clock today, so it works out that I got 8 hours. Yay. Well, 7.5, but still. Close enough. I'm the type of person that really only needs 7 hours sleep, so. And I can function on 5. But anything less than that, and no. I can't function very well. What about you, Beck? How many hours do you have to have?
It's like a coin flip. Either 4 hours or 10.
10? Oh. Okay. Becca, stop the video and we'll come back tomorrow. Bye, guys. Well, good morning. It is Friday. Last clip of the week. Dun, 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 dun. That was Star Wars? No.
No, that's just a generic triumphant sound.
I think it was Star Wars. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, no stitching last night. Yeah. It was awful. I knew it was going to be awful. We were out till, what, 6 o'clock last night?
Yep.
Ridiculous. Yeah, so basically came home, ate dinner, fell asleep in the chair, got up, played some games on my phone, and went to bed. Because when I'm that tired, stitching, it's not worth it, because I'll just be ripping out the next day. I know me. I make lots of mistakes when I'm tired. So, but me and Becca have stitching plans this weekend. Super excited. Saturday, that's all we're gonna do. Well, stitching and laundry. Because Becca likes to have Sundays to herself, so we gotta do our cleaning the house on Saturdays. And the house is pretty much clean except for laundry, so. Yeah. Oh. I'm thinking about trying a new recipe tonight. And if it works, then, and if it's good, then next week I'll remake it for what's in the pot. It's Mexican chicken casserole, I think is what it was called.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so oh, I'm quite froggy today, guys. Sorry. Ribbit. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I kind of went off yesterday. Well, not went off, but I texted one of my bosses and said, listen, we need help Thursday and Friday. If there's 2 drivers, one designer can't handle it all. So, hopefully, in the mornings on Thursday and Friday, Cheryl will have a little bit of help. Not a little bit, a lot of help. But we will see. Off to work now. Don't know what I'm walking into. I know it's going to be a busy day. So we will see. I guess that's about it. I don't know what else. Nothing's been going on. It's just been work drama. Yeah. People don't want to work, so we've had the help wanted drivers, a weekend driver, up for now, what, a month and a half?
Yep.
no one wants to work because everyone's getting unemployment. They're getting paid more on unemployment than they would if they were out here working. So yeah, people don't want to work, which makes our jobs even harder because we have to pick up the slack for not having enough employees. And the stress isn't worth it anymore. Oh, I don't know what else to talk about. Okay, I just woke up. Why am I yawning already?
Because of the weather.
Oh yeah, it's quite, I don't know if you guys can tell. It is quite cloudy out here. Let's do the windshield wiper. I could tell it was really windy yesterday too. We live behind a nursery, and when it's really windy, the dirt flies over. I don't know. No, you guys can't see my hood. My hood is like has a layer of dust on it. Well, dirt. But we can see out the windshield better now. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna rain. I swear, this has been the rainiest summer since the year that we went camping. John wanted to put up the pool this year, and I was like, go for it. You clean it out, and I'll buy the chemicals. I don't go in it. I'm scared of heights, and to get in the pool, if it was an underground pool, I'd be in it every single day. But it's not. It's a above ground pool. So you have to go on this really tall ladder, and I have a panic attack getting in and getting out of the pool, and it's not worth it. So I don't go in the pool, which I love swimming. But give me a lake, or give me what you call it? Underground pool.
Yeah.
In-ground pool.
Yeah.
Not underground. I knew that was wrong. I'm like, underground pool. No, in-ground pool. Oh my gosh. So he started cleaning it out, and then it started raining, and it never stopped. I think I read on Facebook it rained 28 days in a row.
Sounds about right.
And then it stopped one day, and it rained another like 32 days in a row. There's probably been maybe 20 days that it hasn't rained. If that.
Sounds about right.
Because if it's not raining during the day, it's raining at night. And like, it's been really hot too. This has been a hot summer. But I told Becca, I said, even if you guys did get the pool up, well, we would be dumping so many chemicals in it because rainwater turns to water green faster than anything. So you would constantly be fighting the rain with the chemicals. And one day it was almost 100 degrees. But the water would have been so cold because the day before, it never stopped raining. So your pool would be too cold to get in on the 100 degree day. So, yeah. Ooh, that's a good sign. That means that they're getting ready to, when they put that stone down, that's the first
Layer.
sign. Well, yeah, well, the sand and then the stone and then the asphalt, I think. 'Cause don't think they're stoned by our work yet. I can't wait until this is done. This has been a big pain in the butt. And I don't even care about this. Just open back up the 12 mile. Because I can work around this, but I can't even go the back way most of the time now.
Yeah.
Because 12 mile is tore up. Oh, see, this doesn't have stone yet. Well, this still has to, they start to lay the sewers here.
Yeah.
But at least back there's done, so.
Progress.
Progress. It has been interesting watching it because, I mean, we can just, at work, just watch them work. Because, you know, when you're driving and you're stuck in construction, you don't get to see how everything works. It's been interesting to see the different steps and,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, we're going so slow. Yep, 12 mile is still closed. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna get off of here. Hopefully next week it won't be so boring. Sorry, guys. My life is boring right now. There's nothing going on except for work and healing. Which I think that's why I'm sleeping a lot, because I am healing a lot. Oh my gosh, when I woke up this morning, there was like an inch all the way around that healed. And the reason I know is because I have a big bruise where the pan hit. I have like a knot. So, healing is happening.
Just not fast enough.
Just not. Well, I think it is going quite fast. I mean, if you think about it. Okay, Becky. Say bye to the people.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed the madness. Bye, guys.